Um, there was. Oh, that's yours. That's why I was highlighted. I saw something on Instagram
Hmm.
that what might be the coolest um, concert is coming to Detroit.
Really?
Yeah, it's Wu Tang's final tour, and their
Do
supporting
we
act
believe?
is Run the Jewels.
Do do we truly believe it's Wu Tang's final?
Yeah, cause dude, like everyone except for YDB is in their 50s.
Sure, but like for a touring band, I'm not saying you don't like you tour as much as when you're younger, but like look at today's age. There are plenty of 50 and 60-year-old bands like on tours.
Yeah, but I just don't see those guys as being big into that. Like they're still pretty underground,
Wu
all
Tang,
things considered.
yeah, that's fair. I guess it is fair. It's interesting, yeah, because Wu Tang as a band is very known, but like, yeah, Wu Tang's song, like that is an interesting like. Is this a good scenario of the band is objectively more famous than any of their hits?
I mean, Method Man and like Ghostface made it pretty big. Uh,
But like, I feel like
outside
there's
of
a lot
that,
of truth to like there are a lot of big groups where like a song even like might become big. Like there's an argument that like even like a more extreme case like Michael Jackson objectively famous, but there are plenty of people who might know Thriller that don't realize who Michael Jackson is even, which is wild to say. Well, like Wu Tang, I feel like even their hit songs that isn't true.
yeah, they're also one of those groups that was like truly of an era.
Yeah,
You know, like if you weren't, I don't know, mid 20s at the oldest, and kind of that mid to late 90s, they're definitely not a group you'd listen to.
yeah. What is our plan exactly here? We're going to that.
I was gonna go get the motorcycle that's on the map to make the drive a little easier, or to make the commute a little
Oh,
easier. So,
motorcycle.
oh, there's guys closer than that.
What motorcycles on the map?
It's to the right. At least on for me, it's on my mini map.
Oh, oh down there.
To the east, yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I might skip.
Or there's
I'm heading.
potentially one to the north.
I'm heading to this site. I'm almost to this bike. There we go. Bike's clean. There was two bikes. Two. And then we're heading to one of the yellow markers. They want which marker?
Yeah, it should be the only yellow marker on your map.
I have two yellow on my map. What's the close one? I assume.
Under
So,
Herzog's control is the mission that should be.
cool. Okay, no, no. I think I have a couple missions like active. Now I know what you mean.
Well, it shows that you're at least on this mission.
Yeah, no, I'm on this mission too.
So, I discovered a new province.
Hmm?
Oh, drone. It's like I forget what the drones are called.
Oh yes, there is.
Azarels or something like that. I assume you got detected.
That is exactly what happened.
Because I was prone camo.
I am probably gonna die here.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm in a weird angle where I don't think they'd get me at least. Is that chopper just left, I think?
There's still wolves around because my minimap just went out.
Oh, yep. They're definitely still coming. What's that big ass
There
mountain?
goes. Oh shit!
Did you just go out with the chopper?
No, somebody shot me from behind.
Mm.
I don't know who. No, I was trying to get to this helicopter to go take out the other one.
Mm. So we are in the middle fun phases of wedding planning where like, as you know, so we have like the venue and like the date, right?
Hmm.
So now is the fun part of like somehow like the venue feels like the hard part of wedding planning, and then you're like, and then there's everything else.
Well, it kind of depends on like what what you'd rather focus on.
Mhm.
Right. If you'd rather focus on the ceremony, then the wedding venue itself is massively important.
Right.
If you want a great reception, then you may be willing to compromise.
Which to clarify, we're getting married like where the reception is, so at least that's kind of two business zone. But 100% the money's going into reception versus ceremony.
Yeah.
Like 100%, you will see the difference of where we care. Because like I'm pretty sure like food will be the thing that's like disproportionately more cared about at this wedding.
Well, and then you've got the tough conversation now that you have your venue of okay, how big is our list of people that our needs, our need to be theirs, and our shit. Who's spotting me?
I don't want to be theirs.
Yeah.
It's such a weird feeling when you start having to rank people you know of like Yes, like you have that immediate circle of like, oh, of course, and then you start getting those outer circles of like, if we have room. Because like we are sending out invites to the capacity of this venue.
Yeah, that's what my brother and his wife did. Um, they could have definitely done a bigger wedding than what they ended up doing. But yeah, they had to cut it down because the venue was like 250 or something like that.
Oh, geez, that's a big venue.
I forget exactly what it was, but well, I mean that number goes quick when there were one, two, three, six aside. So there were 14 in the wedding party.
I'd say us, it's us plus five each, so it's 12 including us.
As long as you don't do the double best man.
No, 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 there's only one. Wait, is that a thing?
That's what my brother did that because um, his wife, or yeah, his wife. It's weird to say that.
It's a weird.
Has two sisters, and they were her maids of honor. So
Ah, okay, that's interesting. So that's like the wedding I went to. My wedding weekend. Like I was the best man, but like the way, like there was a maid of honor, but like the way they did like the speeches, basically they're like, here's the chunk of time, and the girls just like took the chunk and just all gave a speech, basically, and just divided the time between them. So I think they kind of did something similar.
interesting. Like they just straight up. Well, first off, um, like neither my brother or his wife are great at planning things out.
At a wedding, especially that size, you need a planner.
Well, they had a planner, but it's like, you know, okay, who's speaking? You know, are both of the best men speaking? Are both of the maids of honor speaking? Like
Right.
the DJ thought, well, both of the maids of honor are speaking, so both of the best men are speaking.
And that's a natural assumption. I can
Yeah,
totally see why the DJ just kind of assumed that.
and only one of the best men was going to speak.
The other had to speak on the spot.
No, he didn't speak. Who found a dead body? Oh, it must be somebody up here. No, I think they had basically from the start planned only one of them was going to speak. So
Yeah, because it's always like, especially because you come for like little things like, okay, the dance floor is only been so long, or dinner's only so long. You're like, when does, if we start adding more speeches, what does it bleed into?
yeah, and that was kind of the weird thing. Like the wedding, my brother's wedding started at 5, and they had to be out of the venue by 11.
Okay. And that included the ceremony?
Yeah, yeah, 5 to 11 was ceremony and
We're
reception.
4:30 to 11:30?
That's not too bad.
Yeah, so it's the longest to let us go on a Sunday.
Yeah, God, that's right. I'm gonna have to take off like a Monday as well.
But like, you don't, to be fair, you could just always come in like Friday after work. If you don't take 2 days off.
That would kind of be my plan potentially. Is I would um, come in on Friday, come down Friday, uh,
Saturday we're doing a big thing at the house, and then Sunday wedding.
The only reason any of that would change is, like, God forbid you threw me in the wedding party and I had other responsibilities. Which I wouldn't mind. I think that would be kind of cool, but
It is funny until you in those you don't realize like some weddings not a lot of work. Other weddings you're like I signed up for a lot of jobs there.
yeah.
Very
Well,
wedding
and that was
dependent.
kind of the nice thing, like with my brothers. I wasn't a best man. I didn't have to plan anything. Like, the only thing I was really responsible for was um, my name had to be on the Airbnb for the bachelor party.
That's easy.
Um, and so I had to coordinate, all the guys to pay up.
Do you have any trouble with anyone paying up? Not me. But...
No. The only issue that I had was guys that I thought were going and weren't.
Oh.
Um, just in terms of doing quick math for
Mm.
kind of who had paid, or how many people had paid, I should say. Damn, this sniper's trying to get me. Excuse me. If you can get the sniper, that'd be great.
Let's see where the hell he is. I'm gonna play
He's out.
Ah yeah.
I got a shot on him. There we go.
He's about to shoot me, so there we go.
No, it wasn't that sniper. It was the.
Oh, I'm sorry, the other sniper work, and
I had marked one. That was being a hassle. What is shooting us?
There's like a turret or some shit.
Oh, I see it.
I'm doing a heavy heal. Where are these enemies trying to shoot me from? Got one! That turret is no more turreting.
Oh, did it finally die?
And now it is.
Okay. I thought I had my perk for sniper damage on drones, but I may not have that on. We have vanished.
These turrets are being deturreted.
So I'm currently doing another playthrough of Cyberpunk.
Class. I saw you playing that, I was gonna ask.
Partially because like my YouTube Shorts has been flooded with here are secrets about Cyberpunk that you never knew. And I was like, I mean, I had fun with the game, and I put a shit ton of time into it. Like,
So
I
you're
think
the
before
person
I
I know
started
with
this
the
new
most.
playthrough, like Steam said 130 hours. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to play through. I wanted to play through base Cyberpunk and then into Phantom Liberty, all in one playthrough.
have you never done it in one? Did you do the like different save thing
I
or?
had already beaten it, so
Oh, so you never got it like naturally. You have to go back and deal with it.
yeah, I
Okay.
had a late game or an end game really character, and then um, I did the hey start a new character like level 10 or something like that. So
I never played the DLC. That one's a lot more Keanu Reeves, right? Johnny.
not really.
Okay.
It's Idris Elba. It's it's way more like spy thriller story than kind of the ridiculous.
Do you get the same feeling I always do when I play Cyberpunk and I go, why was Deus Ex not a bigger game series?
No, um, I'm reminded. Man, you should be able to fast travel to a point around there.
Okay.
I'm just driving to get out of there. I'm always reminded when I play Cyberpunk of CD Projekt games are incredible world builders, and that's about it.
Where can I fast travel?
There may not be a point, so
I was like, there, I'm just kind of.
um,
I
you
should
have
really
to
find a
zoom in
vehicle.
all the way to see the
Oh,
campsites.
maybe.
And we haven't spent a ton of time in this region, so we may not have any of the campsites in the
Yeah, it
city.
won't be fast travel to you either. So yeah, that's fine. I'll get it. I'll go vehicle.
There should be a helicopter at that base, so
No, no, there is. I'm sure to get it.
um,
That's fair. Like it's at least Cyberpunk. I feel that way. Witcher actually thinks probably a cleaner like game in that way of like kind of how it all kind of goes
no, both
together and like the
series
mission
have
ties.
their
Where like Cyberpunk is very much like a we made a city.
yeah. Witcher is definitely a hey, we want to use this property to its fullest feeling project, which is fine. I think that's kind of if
Yeah,
you're
I don't
gonna have
think
a
that's
licensed
not
property
bad.
like that, that's kind of the approach you should be taking.
It is interesting
EA.
how like it's a studio with two very big IPs that are both licensed properties, but like the
But the
games are
difference
bigger
is like
of that.
The Cyberpunk license that 2077 is based off of is nowhere near as deep as The Witcher.
And that's true, but it's interesting though, like both of them have become these games though that are bigger arguably than the license itself at this point.
Oh yeah, you'd be surprised how few people actually know that Cyberpunk is licensed.
Like the phrase cyberpunk is from it.
Yeah. Well, and I think with Witcher becoming as big as it has become, whether whether it should be that big or not is notwithstanding. That's it's kind of potentially a victim of its own success. Um, but it's definitely one of those where it being licensed and the issues that
And
that has kind
coleslaw.
of created. Oh, nice! You found fast travel, or you flew.
I flew, and then I just landed on the roof.
Okay. The creator of The Witcher keeping all of that in the news isn't a good thing. Shit. Um, for the success of the property,
Hmm.
because there's going to be a lot of people that see that and go, oh, the creator of the show feels like he's getting screwed over. I don't want to support
Also,
that.
I functionally find that Polish law so weird.
I mean, it
How it
makes
like
sense. Like,
does it though? Like, cause like the way so, no, no, the way it worked functionally is like they agreed to a price, right, or whatever
yeah,
the agreement was, and then and that was based under basically, and then CD Projekt got the right to make the Witcher games.
yeah.
The thing is though, like in my head, CD Projekt took the risk though, so it's interesting that like he's the guy signed objectively should deal for the outcome, but like that wasn't true when they signed the deal.
I mean, it's any licensed product where, like, you know, if you sign your name, you know, to a product that is going, like, if you license out your likeness or your product,
But you don't get to renegotiate then if that product comes way bigger. You could do it like on a new contract. You renegotiate, not an
yeah,
existing.
I mean, that's how it
Polish
is in the
law is the way, but
states.
you
Like,
renegotiate an existing contract for it.
yeah, that's how it is in the states. Like, there has to be
A reason
there has to be
to
a
enforce
reason
it.
to make a new contract, and in the legal system, at least here in the states, the success of a product isn't necessarily
Right,
grounds for
a
a
renegotiation.
renegotiation. So,
It'd be like someone lied or something happened. Like there'd have to be like some true like some deception happened or whatever.
or it has to be like, hey, you paid this guy $10 for this.
Who was obviously drunk.
Well, no, it's like, hey, you paid $10 for this property. You just made $1 billion off of it. Like,
But in the U.S., so that by itself is not enough for.
certain success, like major success levels, it depends on the license that was signed. So, you know,
That's fair.
a great example is Blair Witch. Like, um, film stuff gets incredibly weird, um, for many reasons. Kind of chief among them being that there's so many different areas that you could license from, right? So I got these fucking
I died. It's like
combat
oh,
drones.
coming.
Whereas a game is like, hey, we're doing a full license of this because we need everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, famously, right? Like, Stephen King sells scripts for $1.
And but he gets like back in deals. I thought or whatever the hell on that.
No, it has to be a student film for that
It's
program,
like the old Lucasfilm rules.
kind of. Um, so there's almost never success from student films, at least monetarily.
Because wasn't that the whole Lucas deal? Was if it was like a student or non-professional releasing for basically for free or whatever, like you basically that they invented the licensed film.
I mean, it existed before that, but yeah.
But it's the one that like they made sure everything was like that way you didn't have to turn around and start suing everyone making Star Wars shit.
It also depends on who's considered the owner of the property.
Yeah, that was
It,
in your case because it was Lucas.
motherfucker. If it's a single entity, single person, then you know that's treated differently to if it's a company that um, owns the property. So, when George Lucas was the owner of Star Wars, that's a different situation than when
Disney now will
Disney
start.
took over. Yeah. Dashall?
Just heading over to the beach.
I vanished while I was getting that info. So my assumption is that Corey's probably going to be your best man.
No.
No?
No. He's in the party for now.
Yeah. I was going to say that if he's your best man, that means probably what the bachelor party's going to be in Vegas.
That'd be a good one. No, I think we're leaving either Wisconsin or Missouri.
I do like the Ozarks down in Missouri.
That's why it's basically like my dream is to like basically like rent a cabin out in the woods or whatever, and like so
Oh, if
like
you want a
Wisconsin.
mountain man, just come to Michigan.
That's fair because Wisconsin, it was for most people, it's like the easy location. Where Missouri is a bit more of a people have to drive.
Yeah.
Because my thing was like go to like Devil's Lake or one of the like mid-sized lakes in Wisconsin. You could find exactly that.
Yeah.
Because then you also get the like you go to town and go to the bars. Because if you go like too rural, you have no town option.
Yeah, that was kind of the problem with my brothers was like it was just rural enough that like there was one bar.
And that's what I would like. I'd like a little more. Like I really want like a city, but like like that thing of like oh we go to downtown. Maybe there's like a couple restaurants and a few bars. You go like in between.
Yeah, and I mean like Traverse City wasn't that far for us, so we could um, if we absolutely needed to, we had that option. But yeah, it was a good time. I would definitely suggest getting your wedding plan day of and just triple checking it because there was some confusion on who was walking who.
Oh, did you guys not have a rehearsal?
Well, we had a rehearsal, but it was like grandmas were getting walked down, and it's like, okay, we're not sure if we're gonna do this or not. Um, and then
So
we
we're
ended
playing
up
something right
because
here.
my mom's dad remarried.
Oh, so you're that of like how do you?
Yeah,
We kind of have a similar thing of like her grandparents are divorced, so it's like we're gonna throw like her mom in the middle and they walk down the aisle, whatever.
yeah. So it was a little odd because my cousin who spent more time with my mom's actual mom ended up walking the step grandma down.
Yeah,
But
but there's always that weird stuff of like when you're walking, it's just kind of you get thrown where you get.
well, but like if they had a chance to double check the double or triple check the plan, with everyone and be like, hey, this is what's going on. Okay, cool. Um,
That's like the wedding I was at. So his wife, again, weird one there thing wife because it would have been Jen. Is very type A in very specific ways to the point where like we had a sketch. All of the bridal party had a schedule like with a PDF down to like the 10-minute increment of like, so we're doing this, then this, then this, like throughout it. I knew roughly if we're on schedule where we're supposed to be or where we're supposed to be in a thing, so which was kind of helpful.
oh, that would have helped a ton because like we were like the groomsmen were supposed to be at the venue for photos at 2.
This is the classic. Yep.
We were in the cars leaving the hotel. We were like 5 minutes from the venue. As we're both vehicles were in reverse out of their parking spot, and we got calls, "Hey, don't come. They're not ready." So then I was like, "Okay."
You know what trick I've learned?
So we just
Uh
stayed at the hotel and drank for like an hour.
oh,
So it's like, you know, if we knew we weren't going to need to be at the venue until 3, we wouldn't have gotten all dolled up to be at the venue at 2.
oh, did you guys do the like getting ready pictures or no?
No.
Okay,
Because
we
our venue
did.
didn't have a groom suite, which was the dumbest thing in the fucking world. This
Mine
ultra private country club
doesn't have a groom suite.
doesn't have a groom suite.
To be fair with us, I had to pay extra for the groom suite. The bride only the bridal suite was included, but like it was one of those where the venue's cheap enough, it was fine.
But at least yours had
An
the
option.
option.
Yeah.
And like I was talking to the one guy uh, sitting next to me, and I was like, dude, for your wedding, just make sure there's a groom suite. Because I'm like, they built this event center that we're in for weddings, basically.
hmm
And they didn't put in a groom suite. So, like, all of our shit was just, you know,
Everywhere.
pretty much.
The trick I learned is so they were doing the getting ready pictures, but like they went to the guys first, and then it was like going to the bride side, and then the photographer was going with the girls to meet us for pictures at the venue, and then we're going to mass after. That was when I learned the trick of if you have one side, like let's be honest, at weddings, the one side tends to be more likely to run behind than the other side. Um, Maybe don't throw the photographer with them at the if they're running a late part.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, then you could, if you do photographer with the side that isn't as behind, they could get like their pictures out of the way that way.
Yeah. Well, so it ended up being all fucked. Like, um,
But yeah, no, we were not this level of bad. Like to clear, we were like 5-10 minutes behind schedule at one point. Like that's the extent we got.
well, so, like, we had that issue. And then, like, post ceremony, supposedly there were going to be golf carts to take us out to different parts of the course to take photos. That didn't happen. There was supposed to be a send off for the bride and groom. That didn't happen.
Oh,
Um, they had rented this like ice cream freezer. Um, for their desserts. So it was just ice cream bars. Well, the group that they rented it from wasn't going to be able to pick it up until Monday, so okay, whatever. And then we found out, oh, they'll be able to pick it up Sunday. Cool. Well, then the venue's like, hey, you can't leave that outside and it can't stay inside.
oh,
So you have to deal with this. And they told us this at like 11:02.
How do you get rid of an ice cream freezer?
It was in the back of my parents' van.
Okay.
So here's an adventure van that had literally just enough space with this fucking ice cream freezer on wheels in the back of it.
That's kind of amazing. Where did you fast travel to, by the way?
Uh, there's a bivouac that's not super close, but I can at least get a helicopter. So when I break camp, I think I can call you.
All right, well, because I literally don't see on my map, so
I'm on the right side of the map.
well, maybe that's why. Oh, yeah, I see you. I don't think I can fast travel to you, though.
Maybe not because I'm
Oh, there we go.
in.
I actually got it working.
Honestly, I was in camp, so it might be a little weird about that. So yeah, if you have questions about what you should and shouldn't do,
Everyone I have talked to, like even this wedding I went to, my friend is like, he's like, when you get more into it, he goes, text me, I'll give you a list of things that we would have changed.
yeah,
Which seems to be because like we've been doing the like, sounds we don't get married and like we have weddings we keep going to. Like we've been doing the fun thing of like, okay, what do we like about this wedding? What do we hate? And it's kind of that interesting thing when you're in that training period of you get to do that.
yeah. I don't know how plausible it would be for your wedding, but we did a thing with um, the family, like all of the family and the bridal party together as
Define
one group, and it was so
define
much fun.
family. Like how big are you saying like aunts and uncles, just immediate?
It was like so we had a bunch of family that came in from out of town, so it was basically everyone that came in from out of town. We had like 30 some odd people, 40 people.
I was thinking like her family because like there was a lot of like cousins and stuff where like depending on what like that just gets very big. But like also we'll see. The annoying part of this venue is we can't get a rehearsal date until like literally like a few days before the wedding. So we're just hoping we get it like Saturday morning.
Oh, they did. My brother and his uh, wife did the rehearsal at a different location.
Oh, that actually explains your confusion.
Well, it wasn't confusion around where we were going, it was who was doing what. And as that seemed to be changing on a minute to minute basis, that was where the confusion set in. And neither of them being big planners was a real pain in the ass.
Literally, I have already like a Google Drive folder with multiples of Excel sheets of like here are vendor options, here are quotes we have, here are.
Well, even if you simply did like, okay, here's, you know, oh, I can't talk in a fight, damn it. Here's who we want to have walk down the aisle besides the parents,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, that's a big one. Getting that nailed down. Then it's like, okay, so who's going to walk
Order.
them down?
Yeah.
Um, the weird thing is, like, it was just my brother's grandmother's. Like, my sister in
Ew.
law, we didn't do anything for her family.
That is a different way to do it.
So I was like, okay, you know, it didn't end up being an issue, but
Mm-hmm. No, but that's an interesting. Like I didn't even think of it. Well, like we're doing a much more like traditionally of like who you expect to be walking down.
And if you can, keep the runway short.
Oh, for walking.
Because ours was long.
To be fair, I had to walk down an entire church for this one in May, so which that's a decently long walk down.
Yeah. Well, but it was like I was joking with one guy. Um, at the rehearsal dinner, he's like, "Is this a Catholic wedding?" I'm like, at least if it was Catholic, we'd be inside.
Oh, it was an outdoor wedding.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean, it was
god.
beautiful. Like it was
Okay.
75 and it was beautiful. Like,
Because I was gonna say, if it's hot out.
the clouds broke right as like the actual shit was happening. So walking down, there was cloud cover, and then like as the um, MC was doing all of their stuff, the clouds broke and the sun came out. So here we are in like black suits. Luckily, I had white shirts on, but all black, and yeah, we started baking. I feel bad for the girls because the sun was in their face, but
That's why ours starts in the evening solely because uh, August in the sun.
yeah,
Because assuming weather doesn't kill it, assuming it's not like pouring rain, we're getting right outside is the plan. But we have like a backup spot that could run us to a worst case.
yeah.
Because
That's
ice skating,
definitely key. Like
yeah, it's gonna think that is stressful.
having a venue that is kind of what the fuck? Having a venue that is weather independent
Mm-hmm.
is
Is key.
massive.
That was Dan's wedding. We had the exact same thing of like, okay, good, he had indoor backup. We had to run the chairs, but like the plan is in place.
Yeah. I mean, if it was up to me, I'm absolutely having a like fall, early winter wedding
Mm.
to avoid a bunch of that.
My concern is, especially early winter, is you get, as we both know, funky weather fast.
Well, but dude, like one of the cool things about having weddings when it's cold, people like it's another layer of dressing up, which is
That's fair.
like don't get me wrong, seeing everyone in beautiful dresses was great. Like my mom and dad look like $1,000,000, but if you could add on top of it, like a faux fur scarf or like a shawl, that's a really cool look. So I'm all for.
I'll expect you in all fur. This means
Hmm?
I'll expect you in all fur for the wedding.
If you're fine with me only wearing like two pieces of clothing, sure. I will say I had my hair Dutch braided for the wedding
Oh,
by my cousin, and it was badass.
you're really kind of leaning into your heritage on that one.
Yeah, I kind of
Do
wish I
you,
would have done something with my beard. Like if I did it all over again, the hair would be the same, but I would try to do something
do
with
you
my
have,
beard.
is your beard long enough that you could braid it at this point or no?
Theoretically, um, but it might be a little like the little short when it's braided. Um, well, that's right. That was the wrong button.
How would we get there?
I did cyberpunk controls.
I just feel like the parachute on this one's a little funky too, so you have to be like pull it correctly.
Oh, I was just mashing buttons. Alright, I killed most everyone outside.
Cutscenes finish me up.
I do like that we can kind of independently run these
It is
missions.
so much better in Far Cry in some ways. I think Far Cry is still better as games, though. But co-op this was actually built for co-op.
Yeah. I can see that. Where, kind of the shortfalls of this game. Now, granted, the shortfalls of this game might disappear when you use the gear score.
Yeah, and like I don't know if I have the same probably that type of balancing problems. It's just more
Where it's like, oh, this
like
is actually a challenge versus
yeah.
because we turned that
Fuck.
off, there is zero challenge. In terms of like basically just land headshots and you're good.
Thank you for the warning, sir.
I mean, you're usually the one who flies out first, so. How did they spot me?
They have people on roofs, so you have to be kind of careful as you're landing.
I was still way in the air. That's more of what I was getting at. It's like,
That was not a good fall.
I will say, part of me loves that these people move in traditional patterns rather than darting all over the screen.
This is true. They actually have AI paddling.
Well, like, Cyberpunk has all of the different, like, movement shit with some of the enemies. So you can be aiming at one spot thinking you're going to shoot them, and then they have,
And
like,
then now,
their special dash that,
oh god, yeah.
they move halfway across your screen. So I am in a weird spot where, like, I'm maybe going to be a little overpowered because I'm doing a lot of the side stuff.
For that game, I feel like just because the nature of those types of games, like you being overpowered doesn't break it at least per se.
No, if anything, like, I'm playing a corpo build, um, which is actually what my first character was. I'm basically playing my first character over again. Um, which I'm totally fine with. I'm having a blast, but like the corpo path is such like you are an overpowered badass, and you know, yes, you know, some of that stuff gets ripped out of you in the intro, but optic cable layout. Sever the optic cable. Create a no ID. Scan your hand. Hack the antenna. And send the ID. Okay. Like, so being a little overpowered is kind of totally fine.
Yeah.
Especially when you're supposed to be this kind of cold corporate assassin.
It's kind of like how like I'm playing to Oblivion, and like there are definitely points where like those are games you can get overpowered fast. I'm like that kind of makes sense conceptually of like how the game's playing.
Yeah, or like, let's be honest, there should be a level of overpoweredness to like the corpo characters in Cyberpunk because
Yeah, they should be able to handle multiple people once, and then it's believable.
you know it's a God, what's the name for a business society?
Um, Not corporatism. Uh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's not autocracy. It's a
Because autocracy is just rich people.
not necessarily.
Sure, but like autocracy, like when we say
It
it, kind of makes.
creates rich people, yes, but that isn't like the staple of what an autocratic government is. It's just a byproduct.
So they don't have like very corrupt.
I mean, I guess like my kind of preferred term, if I could even call it that, would be like it's just a corpo state. Like, you know, we have narco states and we have corpo states. Like,
Mhm.
so, and Night City is definitely a corpo state.
Night City is the serious version of Outer Worlds and what the world is.
Yeah. I will say, like, who's seeing me?
And say, why is it?
I didn't realize the lights had cameras in them, but apparently they
Same?
do. I do need to look at doing the. There's a mod for like population density and I think it's population density and traffic density,
I knew the traffic density one. I guess it makes sense. Population density.
and I definitely need to do that.
Because you want it denser? Or do you want less dense?
Um, I want it denser because I feel like it doesn't feel like a massive city.
No.
So
No, it feels like parts of a city.
like I should feel like I need to drive through gridlock traffic,
I
you know, and there should be
don't
people.
want quite gridlock traffic, but like, I get it. Like I almost want like.
There should be more than 5 cars at a stoplight, basically.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think like something like some earlier ones. Like I do think like some like Sleeping Dogs handle like heavy traffic well, where like you saw the traffic backups, but then also like you still get around them. Because that's your problem too. You don't want grid traffic. Like you just functionally don't. You want to be able to fly around that city.
Well, the problem is the driving sucks. In Cyberpunk, like the cars don't really handle. They just kind of slide all over the place. So it might actually be a little easier to get around if there's a bunch of traffic. You browsing TikTok while you're waiting for camp to break?
No, I saw them pop my phone and it started playing music. Like, what the hell? You mean you don't start playing? Do do do.
Nope, not normally.
Hmm.
In fact, I know what my ringtone is. I haven't heard it through my phone speaker in 10 years, probably.
I literally don't think I have had the last 3 phones off of vibrate or silent.
Yeah. Also, it's really funny. Your audio quality just massively improved.
Did it go up or down?
Up.
Okay.
Like, you were understandable. It was just, a little muddy.
But now it's
Now it's like, it's crisp and clear.
kind of just Discord is being Discord.
Mm-hmm. It's located. All right, so this is where we need to go, and we kind of need to do it stealthily, from what it sounds like. At least based on the preparation stuff.
Mountain Siege. We here at Good Hope Mountain are glad to see you.
I will go left if you want to go right.
Right it is.
Where is that dude? Heads up, I think someone's out there.
What? No.
Who, me?
I switched it to thermal just to make that shadow cleaner. Thermal is real nice when you have what enemies are.
Yeah, well, and so, we haven't super seen it yet, but the wolves, which are like
The drones.
the super baddies,
Mhm.
when they come in, there's a drone or a wolf unit that has optical camo. So the only way to see is thermal.
Oh.
So I don't know if we'll really run into them with this playthrough because we're playing through the normal story. But
With the Chiron stuff.
on my other one, that's on the Conquest version, map, whatever you want to call it. Like, all of the enemies are wolf enemies.
Mhm.
So you constantly run into those guys. And it's really annoying.
Nice little sabotage right here.
Saboteur.
Light saboteur. Oh, so you know what movie? So I'm not going to talk about when we record. You know what movie we saw the other night that I actually do not think holds up really well?
What's up?
The original Predator.
Yeah.
It's so slow in that opening, like 45.
Oh yes, like in terms
It
of
is
yeah,
like even for like because there's more budget film, like even for what it when it is and what it is actually filmed, it is such a like what is this film?
I thought you were gonna talk about like the effects and stuff not holding up. I'm like, yeah, they kind of
Even the effects definitely like when you see the bodies, like the skinned bodies, you're like this does not
yeah.
right. Like
But yeah, the movie itself is just it's of a time and
it's one of those films that I'd be like objectively influential, objectively important.
yeah,
I don't think you need to see it.
no, no, because there's better versions of the Predator movies out there.
Like
Um,
I didn't love it if you remember, but like I would tell people to probably watch the 2018 Predator before the original.
oh, I would say go watch Prey.
Though 100% go watch Prey.
Prey is the best version of a Predator movie,
I've heard that like Hulu anthology thing's pretty decent.
which is funny because Prey is a Hulu original.
Yeah, yeah. But like
I
the like
actually I
anime
haven't
thing that
seen
just
the
came out.
anthology. I've heard decent things about it.
Because like literally it's just the idea of Prey, but like you're making it more than just then.
Yeah, it's Prey but more.
Yeah, and that's why it's a good idea.
Not gonna lie, there was a second there where I wanted to hold left bumper to try and hack it. I think the reason that Cyberpunk seems to like control scheme wise have a grip on me is it's such a unique scheme.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Um, and I'm playing on like alternate 3, I think is the control scheme that I'm playing on.
I do not remember those sub schemes in the slightest on that one.
Yeah, I forget why I'm doing that. It might be for driving stuff, but yeah. It's like, oh, I'm playing on an alternate version of the control scheme. And so I'm really not using normal. I'm using an alternate of an alternate.
An alternate of an alternate.
It's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I want to use
Yeah,
this
but I don't know.
mortar, but I can't.
Control schemes never in that game are your friend.
Yeah.
I think you found out the mortar
No, I
based on
didn't
the
do
amount of
anything. I
booms.
was trying to fuck with it, but I couldn't. Um,
This is a good example though of I feel like this should be harder to protect.
I think because we killed everyone already, that may be part of it.
Fair.
Like, also, I don't really. What the fuck? Are we just using explosive bullets?
I'm not.
Why is everything blowing up?
I was that's why I thought it was you originally because I was like I thought the same thing.
No, I didn't kill anyone on that cart that just blew up.
Huh.
I was trying to kill the gunner and then it just blew up. So
I generally don't know why everything is blowing up.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to wonder what's going on.
Okay. And antenna is a good.
I am genuinely curious though because like Phantom Liberty is kind of supposed to be set after the events of the game.
Right.
So if I play through it as soon as I get access to Dogtown, which I don't know when that is the story gonna
Adjust.
Yeah, like
Yeah, because that was always the like
because
Bethesda was really
there
good
would
at
be
those because
stuff.
like it didn't matter the
Yeah.
same, I guess, for most of them.
I mean, I guess to be honest, most like 95% of Phantom Liberty takes place in Dogtown, and nothing else in the game takes place in that area.
Yeah, so that's probably how they control it, where like,
So,
it's after the story doesn't actually matter.
it's not the end of the world, but it is certainly one of those things where it's like, okay, let's see how this integrates into the story, and how we're able to do all this. Forget, did I? I need to use my skill points so I can go to Mark II guns.
Mark II.
And then I need 4 skill points to go up to Mark III. So we'll go damage upgrade, accuracy, reload, range, range. There we go. My honey badger is level 2 max, or Mark II max. So is my paladin. And so is my USP. That's, in my mind, one of the issues that they have with this weapon upgrade system is you need 2 skill points to unlock Mark II, and then you need 4 to unlock Mark III. It becomes trivial once you get those skill points. Because you're earning so many crafting materials
It doesn't matter. I'm coming.
that you can just go like, oh hey, I can do Mark III and I've got all Mark III weapons. Because you just got way too many crafting components.
The way that I was climbing in as it happened, beautiful timing.
Well, so you were in, and then what the fuck's going on over here? Yeah, your guy hopped on, and then I took off, and then your guy was on the ground, and then
I just accepted it.
he warped up. Also, I don't see why they think a helicopter is suspicious noise since there's helicopters flying all over the place.
Yeah.
I do like that the helipads are outlined in green, so you can see that there's a helipad. Ooh, this... We should probably go from across the river.
We're taking this the fun way. Was to find the sergeant. Um,
I love dealing with the heavies head on because it literally takes 2 headshots to kill.
It shocks me how weak these heavies are.
Well, they're only weak if you shoot them where they're unarmored.
Yeah, but even
If
like
you shoot them in the
actual,
armor, it takes a few, but
it takes a few, but like not as many as you'd think.
no, but also I genuinely think this game was balanced around having gear score. And if you don't have gear score, it really breaks a lot of stuff. Rocking Predator Vision right now. Speaking of Predator, the first one of these, Wildlands,
Mhm.
had
They
a
had a,
Predator mission.
I was gonna say they had a Predator thing, didn't they?
Yeah.
That was around the time, wasn't that? Didn't that first one come out around the time of the Predator game?
No.
Way later than I think it was.
The first one of these came out in like 13, 12.
Is it that old? I've seen it was like 16.
No, it's
Because it's Wildlands, right? Is the first one?
yeah. I think it was like near launch PS4.
I guess I would be near. Wildlands came out on 2017.
Hmm.
Since I thought it was. Wait one.
Maybe it was announced around launch.
That's very possible. Remember, Ubi kind of is notorious for their and one more thing. It was definitely a one more thing game.
To start, yeah.
Yeah. Which means you had a few years of previews. Remember when Ubi was so excited by their skiing game that was their one more game that year?
Oh, GoPro the game looked awesome.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's what everyone was calling it.
But like, hear me out though, Ubi. Why was that your one more thing game? Like I was gonna end the show.
Or do you mean steep?
I mean steep.
I mean skiing games are really cool for like deformation, like terrain deformation tech.
And I get that, but like when they do the one more, it's like the showstopper, like Watch Dogs
Yeah.
was the one of the like, ooh, what's this? Like I never understood the like this is going to sell people and get them excited for the future.
In terms of that, yeah, it doesn't make sense, but no, when they had GoPro the game, which I don't even think ever got a title.
No, I don't think that did.
It was just like, hey, look, or no, sorry, that wasn't UB, it was EA. That was Criterion's next game. And that's when I was super interested because I was like, oh shit, it's Criterion. Like,
Which to be fair is better than when they did the look, we're making Need for Speed, we swear. Let us show you programmers working.
yeah. I mean, for as much shit as people love to give the Need for Speed reboots, whatever you want to call it, like that 20 whatever 13 14 live
Yeah.
action reboot,
The one that's the movie kind of spun off of.
the one that was just called Need for Speed.
Yeah.
That one laid a lot of interesting groundwork for what that franchise became. And I genuinely think now the Need for Speed. Oh shit! Well,
That's
can't shoot
why I
on
was
rockets. Maybe we have to.
We're supposed to interrogate him.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe we have to shoot the cars around him to
That's what I was
stop
thinking.
it and get him out.
I was like trying to get the others out of our problems.
Um, yeah, like I think Unbound is the current Need for Speed game. It's cool.
Yes. That's the like anime one, right? The anime one.
Yeah, it's got anime shit, but also it looks amazing.
Yes, that's the one.
Um, it's a really weird art style. All right, I took the gunners out.
Yeah.
I got two shotgunners that were just peppering me.
I got a friend. How to interrogate him?
Just shoot them. Shoot them non-lethally.
Okay. So you with me?
Oh, I couldn't have gotten that any closer.
Right. Look, we're friends.
I will say though, like whoever's planning your bachelor party, suggest to them. What you just warped through me.
Oh.
Suggest to them doing a shit. We got a drone coming in. An activity with like only a few people. Like you, your best man, and then like maybe one or two other people.
Mhm.
Because that's what my brother ended up doing. We did some sport shotgun shooting,
Ah.
and it was only four of us, and it was really fun because it was a much smaller like.
Yeah, there's always that fun balancing when you do stuff like that, like of like how much do I include everyone not in weddings?
Yeah. Well, and so the thing of it was on our way up to the where we were staying. So I was like, oh, well, the group that's here with us will go. Cool. You know, we had guys that we knew weren't going to come up until later because they had to work or like
Excuses, I understand.
other shit. So I still somehow got that dude.
I was gonna say, I don't know how you got him. I was gonna say that vehicle about to fly off.
It had a bollard, but I don't know if that bollard would have really. What do we need
Yeah,
to
I don't know
focus
that
on
would have.
now?
Well, the other day we were driving and
There's
like,
something down the road we're focusing on.
ooh. I was like, so the other day we were driving and like Chicago traffic, like traffic could just appear.
Yeah.
And the bow would remind me of I totally timed a stop where I swear to God I was a quarter inch from the car in front of me because traffic just appeared.
Oh, there was a um not actually not too terribly long ago. I had a situation where I definitely locked him up and used the shoulder to avoid the car in front of me. Because it was one of those where, like, we were doing 80, and then suddenly we weren't.
Yep.
And I was just like, why?
Well, it was one of those for us. Was like I knew we were slowing down, but I thought we were slowing down to like 15 and not stopping.
Yeah.
So like, okay, I can take it slow. And I was like, nope, I gotta stop now.
Yeah, I don't know what it wants us to focus on over there. Alright, that... Carl should be... I gotta talk to him now.
I gotta do some talking.
Maybe it's this gun runner that is just finally popping up? No, because...
I'm trying to drive a thing and it's totally not letting me. Oh, I'm coming. I see you got a little trouble.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Alright, can I fast travel to where this is?
What is this? Is maybe.
No.
It's the Fisher cabin.
Yeah. There is a bivouac nearby. We'll talk to this dude and then we'll do some guessing.
Cool. I like it. That seems
Awesome.
like that's a good like way to end these. I feel like they've been.
Yeah. The problem is getting to about that 95, 100-minute mark and finishing something with this game. Like,
Yeah.
you know, trying to finish a storyline or a
It's like
mission.
Far Cry. We had, it felt like we had that problems too.
Yes and no. Like, Far Cry was weird where you could just kind of fly through a mission.
This game though, it's weird because usually I feel like we have like missions that are longer. Where this has been a lot of like those short missions.
Well, yeah, we're just doing a storyline. We're not really bopping around between.
Which do they still upgrade? Okay, actually, so I saw when I opened this. So Rainbow Six Siege X, as they're calling it,
Mhm.
right? Is it just Rainbow Six Siege and they're just rebranding it again?
I saw somebody post something about it. It might have been on Twitter, and somebody responded what it was.
But
And
it is that package, right?
they're
If they're
like,
just
oh,
doing
it's
more.
Siege with Valorant skins or something like that.
Okay, but it's still. But like, is there still a game called Rainbow Six Siege? Or if I do that, it is Rainbow.
I don't think X is going to be a purchasable product.
It is a product on the store because when I opened it, they asked me if I wanted to like look at it.
But did X replace Siege?
Yeah, that one
I
I
guess
don't
is
know.
what I'm getting at. Is like,
Yeah.
I have Siege, so do I have X, or is this a new product, or...
What the hell is Rainbow Six Siege X? It is a. It is the game, is what it looks like to me.
What does that mean?
Oh, all it is it's now free to play.
Okay.
That is literally what it is. Because before you had to pay the whatever base pack, whatever.
Yeah,
like
but
always
let's be
super
real.
cheap.
Like, base
But-
Siege was $10 most of the time.
Okay, but Rainbow Six Siege, I gotta give them though. I feel like is the first forever game that like did it.
Rainbow Six Siege was originally released November 30th, 2015.
Yeah.
It was a year after Unity.
That is insane.
And 18 months after Watch Dogs.
Real question.
Forget, like, Ubisoft had a solid release schedule for a while.
They did. No, for a hot minute, Ubi was objectively one of the best publishers in the world.
Yeah. They dominated that early PS4 generation.
And then it all collapsed.
I do wonder what was the thing, right? Like,
That collapsed them?
yeah.
I would assume they're so labor heavy cost wise. And then as games stopped, like I feel like the snowball got real bad for them real quick.
This is some, like, roller coaster tycoon ass shit.
I was thinking like a tower defense.
Nah, I genuinely think it's. I say roller coaster tycoon type shit. I think this is like a top down racer.
Hmm.
I don't know which one. There's a million of them. Alright, this is leading me more towards like RuneScape.
Yeah, no.
Xbox One and PC.
Well, look at that. Also, that icon.
But this is like mobile UI.
No, it is, and that's what stung me. Xbox One
Simulator.
Simulator.
Is it Stardew? Is it?
No, there's no way, right?
I mean, if I didn't guess Stardew on the last one, I'd definitely be guessing it now.
That's accurate. I just don't know what the hell else would be. What's the name?
I have genuinely no idea. So unless you
Same.
think
No, the more I go, the less I got it.
Graveyard Keeper.
I almost said, what's the name of the game where you were running a shop? Which would have been that game. Got nothing on this initial.
Yeah.
On the rip. What in the PS1? Your head went RuneScape, my head went like Final Fantasy.
Okay.
PS1.
Well, the only reason I went RuneScape is they had this weird thing, I don't know why, where the backgrounds were shit, but the characters were like not half bad.
Huh.
But it was almost like the backgrounds were an image that it rendered, and then the characters just like were on top of that kind of thing, where the lighting didn't apply, and so PS1. Dude, like,
My original Final Fantasy Tactic. No, that's PS1. Wild Arms? Maybe I got one, but it's PS1. Maybe 2 words. Arms.
oh, Wild Arms.
That's what I'm thinking. No. 99. This is like a square, and it's not gonna help us watch it.
I was gonna say, which Square team do we think this is?
Yeah, this is my problem. It's gonna be a fucking square.
Oh,
Sony.
Sony Japan. I have no idea.
I don't know enough PS1. There's only I
It
don't know
looks
enough
Final
PS1
Fantasy with that
JRPGs.
text box.
But like PS1, they all kind of had that same look.
Yeah.
Legend of Dragoon. Okay.
Heard of it.
Yeah, I've
Or
not
maybe
played
I've
it
heard of
before.
the sequel, but
It's definitely ones I've heard of. I could not have.
this is a
My head
Mario
goes
64 ass.
Donkey Kong 64. I'm thinking because of coloring. Because it looks so nicer than Mario did, and it'd be later and you need the expansion pack.
This is Mario Kart 64.
No, it's not 64. It'd be Mario Kart, the original, I think. Because the original was on SNES.
Oh, it's
Yeah, Crash Racing.
Crash Racing.
Crash Team Racing, I think it is. Yeah.
I will say, if we didn't get the Ooga Booga and we just got the platform, we would have been fine. Like, I think PS1 only had one Mario Kart-esque game, and it was CTR. Ooh.
What in the watercolors is this?
Oh. Is this like a Scribble Knots?
No.
You don't think so?
Not on the red. You can try though. Doesn't hurt. I would just say grab one if it is. I just
Yeah,
because I
at
know.
least give us the franchise. Okay.
What in the Sonic looking ass is that?
It's not Sonic, because the dude's wearing like.
I know. What the hell is it?
Okay, PC. This is definitely a point and click. It doesn't look LucasArts. Oh, okay.
Beavis and Butthead. I didn't know there was one.
Is it BEA? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think it's in there.
Just
I think it's that
guess,
one. Because it wouldn't be MTV's. I think it was later.
Well, I couldn't remember if Beavis was BEA or just BE.
My head goes Samurai Jack, and I know that's not right.
I almost go like Hotline Miami-esque, but that's definitely not right.
That's definitely not right. Apes Out? I'm just thinking game that looks like it.
Oh yeah, Ape Out.
Because that's totally like the same.
Okay, 81. I mean, so this is like a side scroller.
Mm-hmm. I've definitely seen this before.
I'm still like, this is still Ape Out.
But I've definitely seen the screen. I'm trying to figure out what the hell.
Metroidvania.
You don't think it's
not Guacamelee because Vita.
You read my mind. But like, what's like their games after? They did a few games after that though.
Was there a second one?
Yes. Also, what's the one where there's another one that is, but similar style too. 24. What in the Osmosis Jones looking characters are these?
I have no idea.
Because Dead Cells is where my head would go if we put it 24.
I'm sorry. Unless you're a fucking nerd.
Which, by the way, I'm texting you a thing, by the way, and I'm purposely not telling you. I'm texting you very unpurposely.
You're texting me a thing, but you're purposely not telling me what you're texting.
Like, you can react how you will. You understand why immediately I'm just texting you saying I bought a thing.
You bought a zoo?
I did not buy a zoo.
The notification I just got was season finale of Thousand Pound Sisters.
Oh.
Okay. Why?
It was really, when you learned about I bought the pinball game. There ain't no good reason. I was just after we just on eBay and I saw it for
Yeah,
15
I
bucks.
will say, it was brought up on like a Nextlander or a Bombcast, and I was like, "What is going on in the world right now?
That was
Why is
multiple.
Odama like never leaving me alone?" If it didn't look so shitty, my instant guess was Uncharted 3.
That's actually not a bad. My head goes like early PS3.
No, this is PS2. The blood looks pretty pixelated here on the
Oh,
bottom.
that's fair. And like the footsteps are very.
Yeah. $76.
I don't think it's like a God of War.
It's kind of giving me God of War, but I don't know which one.
I would do like one if it's
It'll
like a
at least get us
76.
franchise.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not that.
PC. Oh wait, it is a PS4 Xbox One game.
I was gonna say PS4, Xbox.
I think we still had a lot of these type of.
I mean, it's not, but
No, it's definitely not.
oh, this is MK.
Oh, it's
but which
Sky-
one?
Wait, what'd you say this is?
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, it totally is.
I think it would be 10.
I was gonna buy Head Goes X, which is 10.
Yeah, that's MK font. And it's saying fighting was a dead giveaway, but
If it wasn't fighting, my head went the Skyrim VR.
I wouldn't have gotten it until 6. If I didn't see fighting.
No, that's fair. And even then, I feel like we'd have been a little stressed of which one is it.
We could have used the context clues, but Sunshine?
There's no way, right?
Okay.
A 90 though.
I want to say Paper Mario, but
You're really liking this Nintendo idea.
PSP. Okay.
Layden? Or there was only DS? I thought they were.
They were only DS as far as I know.
Hmm.
I mean, rather than skip, why not try, right? Like,
Yeah. I'm fine with any, yeah. PSP is gonna be a true dog on this one.
dude, this is a spinoff of something.
It's a Final Fantasy spin.
Like,
I got no clue what this character models.
I would have said Fire Emblem,
But it's PSP.
but yeah, I never made the jump.
No, that's Nintendo owned.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I got no fucking clue.
Fuck off. Like,
Would you have ever gone there?
no. I don't even know what that series is. Alright. Nothing else.
This could make modern.
Yeah, it's definitely modern. 73.
You're less modern looking at these? Oh, never mind. It's modern.
So it's
When
a
you use this cloud
PS4.
gaming, that's how you know. It's last like couple years, like pandemic-y.
Well, no, this is a transition game.
But it being cloud gaming though, as a platform.
Yeah. But I'm saying this was like PS4, Xbox One, late life cycle. Got an upgrade.
But it could be like, my guess is like 21, 22, so we're looking.
Yeah.
My initial go went to like, was it Adam? What's the game?
FPS post.
Yes, yeah, I think it's like, what's the one that I played that's from the Ukraine, or was from Russia, and it got messed up, delayed? Is it Ironheart?
Atomic
No,
Hearts?
Atomic Hearts, I think.
That was Xbox exclusive.
No, no. Maybe that's another thing of then. It's the
Horny
because I played.
Robots, that was Xbox exclusive.
No, it wasn't. I played on PS5. I played Horny Robot game on PS5. It doesn't matter anyway.
It came out this year.
Can't. What's the one that came? Yes. Fuck. Daniel Dwyer was talking about this game a bit.
Wait, its original release was this year, and it came out
Yes. It's a game this year.
on PS4 and Xbox One.
So many games are still, if you look at them on the box.
I know, but like, its original platform wouldn't be PS5, and then they went back.
No, it's like it came. I have it. It's not. I don't think it's Stalker.
It's definitely not Stalker.
No, but what's the game that came out this year that you're in Britain? I played it for a bit.
Oh,
Yes, that's what I think this is now.
I mean, I can tell you.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm not cheating. I'm just looking at my.
It's not
library.
Adamfall? Is that not the name of it? It's Adamfall, isn't it?
No, it is. Picks for you. It's not Avowed.
It's not Avowed.
No, I'm going through Game Pass. I just want. Give me the full list. Alright, I think it's an RPG, so it should be under RPGs. Alright, RPG list. State of Decay, Outer World, Wasteland, Mortals, Warhammer, Wasteland. Was it not an RPG?
I would say let's kind of.
All PC games, because I know it was recently added. Huh. Interesting. We're gonna get this. Although I don't remember it come. Yeah, Adam Fall, not Adam Hearts.
It's Adamfall.
Yeah.
It's I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's because Adams was the thing you're collecting.
There we go.
It is Adamfall, okay.
Well, I was going through Game Pass and I'm like,
Adamfall might not. I guess it was on PS5 because I played Adamfall on Steam Deck.
it was on
Oh, this
Game
is a
Pass.
great screenshot, everyone. Tell me it's not a Mega Man game. Tell me it's not a Mega Man game.
It's not a Mega Man game.
Okay.
It's not a
DOS.
Mega Man game.
It's definitely not a Mega Man game, I'll give you.
Dude, I don't fucking know.
Balloon Boy? I don't fucking know.
Commander
Keen. I know Commander Keen. I don't think I have played Commander Keen ever.
That is a Gerstmann ass game. This is like a PS4 LucasArts game. Maybe not.
This kind of gives me Pokemon-y vibes. Like, no.
Game. It's a. Oh, this
Mario.
is a Mario RPG.
Yeah. You're right.
Okay, so which Super Mario RPG is it?
That I do not know then.
That's the only one you're listing.
Oh.
I wish it would show me which franchise I was
Yeah, because it was that one especially.
in. Oh, that's why I kept populating that. Okay.
Okay. This one either we knew or we didn't, though.
I would have needed this to confirm it was Paper Mario. Alright. Water on Rocks. From the late 90s, early 2000s. I stick by my time frame.
What are those feet?
What in the grippers is going on? This is a Tarantino game. Godlike
Oh my god.
RTS.
Is this what's the original one that Peter Molyneux did?
Fuck, I don't know.
Yep, is this Fable?
Was
Oh, five.
original Fable only PC? Black and white. too.
Black and white.
I was gonna say I thought Fable was Xbox and then it came to PC.
Same, I just did not know black and white existed.
Yeah, I wouldn't have any other guess.
On the rip, I do not have a good answer on this one.
Interesting screenshot. Just some gazongas.
Mm-hmm.
I recognize it, but I don't.
That's just like the art style, I feel like now.
Oh, I don't recognize it. Okay.
I do not recognize that.
Little Guardsman. Ooh.
You want to see your LucasArts game?
It's not KOF, but what was the beat 'em up from that era? Not King of Fighters.
Not King of Fighters?
Yeah, because King of Fighters is a true fighting game.
There's
There's
so
been
many.
a bunch of these.
I might need more.
It's a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
I know what you mean, I just don't know.
Yeah. Maybe it's just a. Oh, okay.
Okay, good.
Arcade. Oh!
Oh!
I believe it's just the first one.
I was gonna say 87, yeah.
There we go. Well, not only 87, but arcade original.
Mm-hmm.
Hadouken!
Hadouken!
Actually, I don't think this even had Hadouken. I'm trying to remember if it had that voice line. The problem is that I've only played original Street Fighter as, like, console ports.
Same, or I've played it, like, I think in, like, modern arcade machines, not the original.
Yeah, so they would have had a port
Yeah.
version. And any arcade, like the OG arcade cabinet, it was only ever Street Fighter 2. This gives me like MGS4 era vibes.
I was thinking it gives me, like, Skyrim era, so I guess we're in the same...
72. What in the Sam fuck is going on here?
Is this a Yakuza game?
No. This is...
Open world shooter?
This is
Well, it
Street
seems
Fighter
roll-
Saints
this
Row
thing-
1.
This thing's for 1. Oh, wait. We said... Is this not 2? Stop, is this not 2? I thought, because, the first one's only on Xbox. This had Xbox and PC.
Oh, PS3, yeah.
And 2008,
I was
because
like-
the sequel was 2011.
Yeah,
That's
I was
why I was like, that seems too close.
I recognize that UI of the weapon and health, but I don't know from what.
Sorry, Corey.
Is Corey at Volition now?
No, he worked on the reboot.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. God, why did he... I mean, I get it, a job is a job, but...
Yes, a job's a job. I'm not blaming Corey for the design.
Bro, fucking writing on the wall. That game was not good.
Dude, he's gone before that game launched, too, but it was totally like. You want to film the last few? You want to just play? Oh,
Yeah, I can
cool.
jump to a movie.
I
That's
feel
right.
like I would.
Guess the movie
I'd always
name
love the
is
ads. Yep.
All the ads.
I feel like I should know that boss, but I don't.
This is giving me like first Rambo vibes.
Ooh, actually though.
Okay. 80%. Drama crime.
Is this
I mean, Goodfellas was definitely better than an 80%, right?
Goodfellas? I thought Sleepers.
93.
I stick with Sleepers. I think it's Sleepers. I think it's.
There it is.
Yeah.
Bobby De Niro.
I think this is the film I was thinking of. Maybe I just got the name wrong. Let's see. There's a few. The problem is.
93. I mean, Godfather Part
Wait,
3
fuck.
definitely didn't
No,
get 80.
no. I know what film this is. I saw it like earlier this year. It has the thing at the end of this one is go back to the funeral scene. That one. So it's De Niro, and then like the mob boss comes in, and the mob boss is Joe Pesci, and like that's the end of the film. What the fucking name of that film is? Do one more.
I mean, it's not Casino, but
It's not Casino, but you're in the same like you're in the right mindset. I just don't remember the name of this film, even though we literally saw it this year.
Bobby De Niro directed it.
Yes, so this is the film I'm thinking of.
A Bronx.
A Bronx Tale. We watched it in like January.
This feels like Hotel Transylvania.
You think it's animated?
Yeah. Never mind.
You've seen? A 54. That is not Watchmen. I got nothing on the green eye though.
No, but remember Watchmen was like kind of
It
panned.
is. Yeah.
03?
Is that a nuclear explosion in the background?
Looks like it's trying to be. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's Hawk. That explains the nuclear explosion.
Yeah.
That's why is it green?
And why everything was green.
This could be like a James Bond, I feel like.
Is this? I would say this is not Django, but no, this is God, Statham's in it. Fucking mechanic.
It's not Crank. The mechanic.
This is like the end scene.
Mmm.
Honestly, like, if I hadn't seen it in the past 6 months, I don't know if I would get that.
Yeah, no, it's a hard pull.
This is definitely a James Bond movie.
But what?
It's either.
I'm impressed you pulled the
Spectre
James Bond movie
or
off this.
No Time to Die.
My head went. I would do No Time. I feel like if we're going off that, but I don't know if not 60.
Definitely not a 66.
I thought it was like 70s.
Oh, it's Ultron. Interesting.
Oh.
That got that low.
Yeah, no, Age of Ultron was not critically viewed well or audience. I don't think it's funny because like now in retrospect, it is objectively not their worst by any metric.
Yeah. One more. 235. We've got No Real Clue.
I am 57.
Okay, fans kind of liked it with a 7-1. Oh, is this another? God, what was it called?
Hmm.
The bank job. No.
21. Is oh, it's Fast and Furious, isn't it? Yes, it is. It is F9. I'm positive it's F9. Oh, go back to 4. It's when she's in the prison. They're the really fucky prison. Because like you tell those scenes were shot not in the same film in the slightest.
I don't think this is Fast 9, but
What the hell is this then?
another Statham movie.
We and 21 is what's throwing me off too.
And it's not the bank job.
What the fuck was he in 21?
This is the bank job. What was the fucking name of this movie?
Oh yeah, because Guy Ritchie had fucking like 4 films in the last like 2 years, 3 years.
Bank.
I don't know.
It's gonna bug me because I've seen this movie. It's not just called Heist, is it?
There was a film called Heist.
Wrath of Man. That's what it was called.
Oh yeah, that's not a generic ass title I've ever heard.
This actually isn't a horrendous movie. It's better.
I think
it's
I've
better than
heard it.
57.
I've objectively heard of it. I just have not.
It's better
Out
than
of
the
any context of it.
57 Metacritic gave it. I think it's between that and 7-1. Like it's a 6.5, 6.6.
Mm.
It's perfectly competent. So
Well, on that note, we'll see everyone next week.
next week.